Go ahead and get into our next topic of discussion. I probably could have included this in the mock draft, but I did kind of want to make it its own thing because I really don't know how it's going to go, but I have a few ideas. So the rumor going around the streets, aka NFL Twitter, is that the Cardinals are going to be trading DeAndre Hopkins. He said that he's wanted out. Obviously, Kyler's going to miss significant time next year with the ACL injury. They just fired their coach, Kliff Kingsbury. So DeAndre Hopkins is likely out of Arizona. So where does that lead? Where does that come in terms of what does he get traded for? Who does he get traded to? Everything like that. So the reason that I didn't have his trade a part of that mock draft is because I don't think the DeAndre Hopkins trade affects the first round at all. And if it does, it would be pick 31 with the Chiefs because that is the absolute highest I think he would go for is like a late first. I really don't think he's going to get a late first. I think that he's probably worth a second and a fourth, a second and a fifth, maybe. But I don't think that he's going to get anything in the first round. But here's what I'm going to say. I think that there are a few teams that would really be a good fit for DeAndre Hopkins. I just alluded to it, but I think the Chiefs would be a great fit. Pairing DeAndre Hopkins with Patrick Mahomes would be fantastic. The Chiefs, they don't have all the money in the world, but they're pretty cap flexible, so they could make it work. And then obviously they are in Super Bowl contention, being that they just won one. So any help for their weakest position would be definitely wanted. DeAndre Hopkins even tweeted during the Super Bowl that boy Patrick Mahomes is different. So obviously he wants to go play with Patrick Mahomes. I think the Chiefs make a lot of sense here. Another team that I think makes a lot of sense, and speaking of the Chiefs, I don't think they'll give a pick 31. So then it would be a little bit harder to trade, but if they wanted to, they can make it happen, right? Another team that I think makes a lot of sense is the Packers. The Packers have a big need at wide receiver, and so I think that whoever's playing quarterback for them, Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Kurt, whoever, I think whoever's playing quarterback for them is going to want good receivers, and that was their problem last year up until Christian Watson broke out. But like I said for corners earlier in this video, you can never have enough good wide receivers. So getting DeAndre Hopkins alongside of Christian Kirk, especially to help coach up the young guys, I think would be a great thing for the Packers organization. And so yeah, I think the Packers make a lot of sense. Another team that I think makes a lot of sense is the Baltimore Ravens. You want to make Lamar happy. You want to make your new offensive coordinator happy. You want to make your offense click because if the Ravens have struggled with one thing during my lifetime, it's the receiver position. And so they have shown that they can't really draft a receiver, so why not trade for one? I think drafting a receiver would also help. I'm sorry, I think trading for DeAndre Hopkins would also help Rashad Bateman, maybe Devin Duvernay, help coach those guys up, get them a little better. Again, if nothing else, just take some attention away from them to allow Rashad Bateman to get those one-on-one scenarios and everything like that. So I think the Baltimore Ravens could make a lot of sense. Don't rule out the Chicago Bears as well. Like I've said, they're going to pull out all the stops to get Fields some weapons, get him some guys. I do think the Bears are a real rebuilding team, and he's a bit old, so I don't know kind of how much they want to value DeAndre Hopkins given his age. But I don't think that he would be a bad receiver. He definitely is an upgrade over whoever the fuck the Bears had last year. So I think the Bears would be another very interesting team. Really quick, who do you guys think DeAndre Hopkins is going to get traded to? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear your response. I want to hear your answers, rather. But I think one other team that kind of makes sense to me is probably the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones has always kind of gone out and made those sexy moves. The Cowboys, outside of CeeDee Lamb, kind of have a big need at receiver, I think. And they were a team that they won a playoff game last year. So they're looking to take that next step. They're looking to further improve their team, and additionally, they're paying Dak all that money, and they want to make his life easy. They want to be proven right on their investment with him. So for the Cowboys, I won't rule it out, and I think that especially with their division rival making it to the Super Bowl, they gotta act, and they gotta act fast. So that is kind of the DeAndre Hopkins situation going on right now, guys. Let me know what you think down below. And let's go ahead and head to our next segment.